The morning sky over Montana's Route 89 was painted in silver and gold. The air bit cold enough to sting, and the road stretched endlessly through the open plains. Most of the world was still asleep, except for one man behind the wheel of a rumbling 18-wheeler. Ray Hudson, 53 long-haul trucker, face lined by years of diesel fumes and dawns, hummed along to a faded country tune. A half-empty thermos of coffee rattled beside him. He had 1,000 miles ahead, and peace in the rhythm of the road. Then, out of nowhere, a blur on the bridge caught his eye. A small figure waving, jumping, crying. Ray frowned, eased off the gas, and squinted through the windshield. A child. He slammed the brakes. Tires screeched, gravel flew. The truck lurched to a stop. Ray threw open the door, boots hitting the frozen ground. It was a little girl, maybe 9, her cheeks red from wind and tears. Her voice broke between sobs. "Please, my brother's in the river." The ice broke and he fell. Ray didn't ask another question. He tossed his jacket, sprinted toward the water, and jumped down the embankment. The world turned white and gray, rushing water, shards of ice and a screaming current. There, clinging to a broken branch in the middle of the river, was a small boy, no older than 6. His fingers were white, his lips purple. Ray shouted, "Hold on, kid," and waded in. The water was so cold it burned. He gasped but kept moving, each step slower as the current fought him. The boy's grip slipped, and he went under. "No." Ray dove, the current dragging him down. Bubbles, darkness, panic. His lungs screamed for air. Then with fabric. He grabbed the boy's jacket and kicked upward, breaking through the icy surface with a roar. With one arm he held the boy, with the other he fought the current, dragging both toward the bank. It felt endless, and his muscles ached, his vision blurred, but he didn't stop. Finally he collapsed onto the shore, coughing, shaking. The little girl wrapped the boy in Ray's heavy coat, sobbing, "Please don't die, please don't die." Ray pressed 2 fingers to the boy's neck, a faint pulse. He smiled weakly. "Call 911, sweetheart. He's breathing." And then, exhausted, he passed out in the snow. When Ray woke up, bright hospital lights blinded him. His arms were bandaged and his body felt like stone. A nurse smiled gently. "You saved 2 kids today, Mr. Hudson." The sheriff came later, hat in hand. "You nearly froze out there, Ray. If you hadn't stopped, they'd be gone. You're a damn hero." Ray shook his head slowly. "No hero, Sheriff. Just saw a little girl who needed help." But the town didn't agree. By evening, local news stations aired the footage, a bystander's dash cam catching the truck skidding to a stop, and a man running toward the river. Headlines read, "Trucker risks life in icy rescue, 2 children saved." Truckers from all across the country sent messages, calling him the angel of Route 89. Ray didn't read most of them. He just stared out the hospital window at the snow, thinking of the 2 kids, alive. That was enough. A month later, spring crept back into Montana. The ice was gone and Ray was back on the road. His truck, polished and humming, rolled down the same stretch of Route 89. At a gas station near the bridge, he stopped for fuel. As he stepped out, he heard a small voice behind him. "Mr. Ray?" He turned. It was the little girl, smiling this time, her brother standing shyly beside her, holding a folded piece of paper. She handed it to him. Inside was a colorful drawing, a big red truck on a bridge, a stick figure man pulling 2 children from blue water. At the bottom, in crayon letters, it said, "My hero drives a truck." Ray swallowed hard. "You didn't have to do this, kiddo." The girl grinned. "Mom says we had to. You stopped when no one else did." He smiled, eyes misting. "Guess I hit the right brakes." Back in his cab, Ray pinned the drawing above the steering wheel. As the miles rolled beneath him, it fluttered in the breeze from the open window, a reminder that sometimes heroes don't wear uniforms. They wear denim, drive through dawn, and answer when a small voice cries for help.